Good, happy Tuesday evening. Is Tuesday, January 6th, 2023. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on RK Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Tuesday evening, so let's get started right now. We do have a behind-the-scenes broadcast, so you can see what it looks like behind the scenes. Head over to our RK Network Instagram page and check that out. Let's get started with your news. First up, police, fire, ATF investigate after explosion reported in Merrimack. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Imagine a world where you can be your own boss and create your own schedule. With a New Hampshire commercial driver's license, you can choose a driving job that suits your lifestyle. Whether it's seeing the country...
Jamie and Monica, take a look behind me. All of those lights there, that's where all of this happened. The Merrimack police chief did confirm there was an explosion. We did just see people walking around in hazmat suits just a few minutes ago. Police are asking everyone to avoid the area, and they say they should be here for quite some time trying to figure out exactly what happened here. Right now, Merrimack and Bedford police and fire departments, the ATF, and K-9 units are investigating. At around 1:30 this afternoon, people in the area heard a loud explosion. Police and fire shut down the road shortly after they arrived. The Merrimack Police Department says to avoid the area and have not told us yet why they say there's no threat to the public. Nick High was born and raised in Merrimack. He says the explosion has him concerned.
I just bought a house at the end of the road and heard the explosion happen, and all of a sudden I'm like, what? A lot of unknowns, but it's pretty wild to happen in this town, you know, quiet, quaint town.
We still don't know if there were any injuries here. We're still waiting to figure out exactly what happened, but we'll be at the scene throughout the evening, and we'll keep you updated on air, online, and on our mobile app. For now, live in Bedford, Grace Finerman, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Fourth arrest made in connection with New Hampshire graduation party shooting. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Hey guys, we are giving out a ton of these DeWalt samples today. Just fill out our quick 2-minute survey and...
Manchester's a little bit safer right now because these four are in custody.
19-year-old Kakoa Bissonnette has been arrested and charged with 4 counts of reckless conduct with a deadly weapon. Police say he and 21-year-old Emmanuel Sale were wearing hoods with their faces covered when they opened fire at a party on Ahern Street last month, injuring 4.
If they are to be brazen enough to do this in broad daylight in a crowd full of people at a graduation party where children are present, where will they stop? Right, what's off limits? If that's not off limits, then I'm not sure what is.
Sale and 2 others, 22-year-old Trenton Liggins and 20-year-old Griffin O'Neill, had already been arrested. Liggins was allegedly spotted in the getaway car, and O'Neill is accused of being the driver. According to court paperwork, that same getaway car was tracked near Bissonnette's home in Massachusetts, and surveillance video from a drugstore shows him getting out of the car wearing the same shoes the unidentified suspect was wearing in this photo while police had been looking for him.
Very pleased that we got these 4 people, in what in my opinion are very dangerous human beings.
Chief Aldenberg says all 4 men had been known to police, and the 4 of them had been arrested in 2021 after a riot at the Red Arrow Diner. He also says gun violence of any kind will not be tolerated in the city.
To let these 4 gentlemen serve as an example to others that may be considering engaging in similar behavior.
And Bissonnette is being held in jail right now. He's due back in court in August. Live in Manchester, Hannah Cotter, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Woman struck in Rochester, hit and run, dies of injuries, police say. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Make the most of every property with a great deal on the Kubota commercial landscape lineup. Right now, bring home the Kubota Z700 mower for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months.
MV tractor and equipment, where best meets second to none.
This is our mom.
60-year-old Kimberly Lucier moved to Rochester from California in 1993. Her daughters remember her as a kind woman who would help anyone in need.
Yeah. She loved family, infectious. The shirt off her back is yours if you needed it. The life of the party. Just everything. She's our everything.
Their mom had faced hardships the last few years, but they say she was still a good person. On Friday, Kimberly was hit while walking along Milton Road in Rochester. Her things were carried in a baby stroller when the vehicle hit her from behind and drove away. When police arrived, they found her unconscious. She was brought to the hospital in critical condition with a head injury and died from those injuries yesterday.
It's been awful. It's been awful, She didn't deserve to be left on the side of the road. She's a person.
Police continue to look for the driver involved in the accident.
Please have a heart. This is so disgusting. How could you do this?
They're asking the public to keep an eye out for fresh-looking damage on vehicles around the front end and windshield of the passenger side and report it. They also want to speak to anyone that might have witnessed the crash or know who might have been involved.
Please help us. Our family needs this closure.
They say their family has a long road ahead of them. Right now, they're working with the hospital to donate Kimberly's organs. They say it's something their mom was passionate about after she lost her 2-year-old son in 1987 while living in California due to a hit and run. They say the goal here is to turn tragedy into saving a life. We're live in Rochester. Kelly O'Brien, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. New Hampshire Senate prepares to vote 15B budget proposal. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Hey, want to know the one ingredient you should be looking for in your pet's food? Sorghum Secret.
Lawmakers received final briefings on the 2-year, $15 billion state budget crafted by the Senate Finance Committee. Senators have cut almost $750 million in spending from the budget passed by the House 2 months ago. But notably, they've agreed to compromise on a 7-year extension of Medicaid expansion, providing health insurance to 60,000 low-income Granite Staters.
I really thank Speaker Packard for working hard on that, but also in terms of Medicaid, enhanced rates for people that provide services, whether it's for mental health, for people in hospitals, nursing homes, disabled families.
Senators preserved state employee pay raises, but eliminated $50 million for the retirement system intended to address changes made a decade ago that affect around 1,800 police and firefighters statewide. The top House Finance Republicans and Democrats declined to comment on the Senate budget. Others believe the final budget vote in the House could be very close.
We're so evenly split that it wouldn't take much of a disruption to really do what happened many years ago, passing it by one, failing to pass it by one, back and forth until the evening.
The budget will be up for a vote on the Senate floor tomorrow. Reporting in Concord, Adam Sexton, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Change in defense attorneys could delay trial for woman charged in 5-year-old's son death. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Imagine a world where you can be your own boss and create your own schedule. With a New Hampshire commercial driver's license, you can choose a drive.
5-year-old Elijah Lewis from Merrimack was murdered back in 2021. The boy's body was eventually found in a Massachusetts state park. His mother, Danielle Dauphinais, has been charged with his murder. And from the beginning, Jay Rancourt has been her lead lawyer.
I am leaving my law firm and am done my last day at this firm will be next Wednesday. And I'm leaving to go to the federal public defender, so I can't take cases or assignments with me.
That means a co-counsel will have to be found, and it may take some time for them to sort through the materials.
We still haven't identified who the new counsel is, and obviously there's a vast amount of discovery in this case.
Faulkner told the court he might need more time to assume the role of lead attorney, but the judge said he is opposed to moving the date at this point, a view echoed by the prosecution.
We would, at this point, I think, be objecting to any postponement of the trial date.
Complicating the issue is the lawyer being considered as co-counsel for Dauphinais worked for the public defender's office while they represented Joseph's staff. He is the former boyfriend of Dauphinais, who is currently serving decades in prison for his role in the murder of Elijah.
If she didn't touch that file, wasn't involved in the case at all, hasn't gleaned any confidential information at all from that particular representation, then I would be inclined to accept her involvement as co-counsel in this case.
The judge has set another hearing date for 2 weeks from today, at which time the appointment of co-counsel could become clearer. In Nashua, Ray Brewer, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Flight from Paris to the U.S. diverted to Canada due to an unruly passenger, police say. Let's take a look at this video.
Make the most of every property with a great deal on the Kubota commercial landscape lineup. Right now, bring home the Kubota Z700 mower for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months.
MV tractor and equipment, where best meets second to none. MV.
Okay, and there you go on that video. And we're going to switch gears now, and let's go into weather. Your weather is cooler air with scattered showers in New Hampshire with a full weather forecast. Let's go to meteorologist Mike Haddad. Good evening, Mike.
Imagine a world where you can be your own boss and create your own schedule. With a New Hampshire commercial driver's license, you can choose a driving.
Thank you very much for joining us. Stormwatch 9 weather on the web. Nice mild temperatures today in southern New Hampshire, much cooler north, but it is cooler statewide over the next few days as the airflow builds in from eastern Canada. So in addition to driving in some dense wildfire smoke out of Quebec province, that northerly flow will actually drive that smoke off to our south and west, but bring in cooler air for tomorrow, Thursday, and even into Friday as the unsettled stretch rolls on right through the end of the week. That means occasional showers through Saturday, but they're going to be scattered, and there'll be many rain-free hours each and every day. So it's all due to this storm at mid and lower levels of the atmosphere, rolling in from, say, the Canadian Maritimes back into Maine and pivoting down towards the Granite State. And with that northerly flow in the back side of it, that has been driving in the low-level smoke across the Granite State. So today into tonight, poorest air quality will be from Laconia, Concord, Manchester, and points west, and better air quality the farther east that you do go. Speaking of east, look at to the northeast. Temperatures, 40s and 50s during late Tuesday afternoon, and that northerly flow in the jet stream is going to drive that back in here as we go into the next few days. So overnight tonight, no dramatic cool down. We're right near the average for an overnight low in early June, but look at the daytime highs on your Wednesday, only in the 50s north, down to Plymouth, Upper Valley, 60 and just barely above farther south and southeast, at least 10 to 12 degrees below average for this time of year. Showers, again, they'll be scattered. Not talking about a lot of rain here over and over again every single day, but at any given time, there could be a passing shower anywhere. So yes, cloudy, limited breaks of sun, bit on the breezy side tomorrow, not as windy as today, and then even lighter winds on Thursday with a scattering of showers even into the end of the week. Highs on Thursday, close to where they'll be tomorrow, 50s north and 60 south, and just slightly higher temperatures creeping in here on Friday, and then a bit warmer into and through the weekend. At this point, sun, scattered showers, maybe a thunder shower for Friday and Saturday, but brighter and warmer for Sunday.
Okay, and there you go on that weather forecast from meteorologist Mike Haddad. And that is it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on RK Network. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Have a great evening, and good night.